Toma is a co-founder and a lead growth strategist at MadKings, a growth hacking agency based in Brussels. He's also a lecturer at Microsoft Innovation Center in Brussels, an international speaker on events like Growth Marketing Conference, as well as very cool, innovative guy who invented this growth marketing canvas that we will be using in this course. So without further ado, we'll invite Toma to share some of the acquisition wisdom with us. I actually named this interview Gimme Email, right? Toma, we're calling you. So as it is getting like extremely expensive to get people on our landing pages, how do you find this in your practice?
So the way we tackle this challenge is by having a strategy similar to when you start dating, um, which means bringing and giving a lot of value, and not talking only about yourself, especially in the first touch points, but getting the people to be excited about whatever you have to say, and then once you capture that expensive attention, then getting more into what you actually have to offer to that person. So not don't talk about yourself too early on, because attention, especially in the first customer touch points, is super expensive, and as you said, is getting more and more expensive. But in the first customer touch points, try to be as valuable as you can. So give a lot of things for free, and once you get the person hooked, and once you start that conversation with that person, um, test when that person is ready to go to the next phase, which is talking about what you can offer, and how your product or your value proposition can ease or simplify their life.
If you, in your experience, if you think that it is better to do more channels to acquire a customer or to do everything on one platform?
Yeah, so if you look at the strict definition of awareness versus acquisition, awareness is about getting people to know your brand, know your value proposition, and it's about traffic. Acquisition is about how to identify someone, and it's about the first transaction between the brand and the user, which is not financial, but it's about information. As a user, I'm giving you my information and the right for you, brand, to contact me in the future in exchange for valuable content. So many brands make the mistake of spending time creating a beautiful website with tons of landing pages and then have no budget for traffic. Maya, I'm sure you see that all the time. Where just for an efficient action, you should focus on getting one action to get the customer journey from the awareness to the acquisition to the activation.
Right, and I'm so glad that you brought this out because usually when people are building landing pages and then bringing some traffic to it, so the conversion rates on, let's say, a normal product or a service would be anywhere from 1% till 5 if you are really optimistic. For example, on like an ebook, we would have a conversion rate of 30% or something like that, right? So it's very important what you said right now to, let's say, to benchmark and really have this clear expectation of what we can expect. So in the next part, I would love to discuss with you what we can do better on a landing page in order to increase this conversion from like terrible 0.5% that we sometimes see in e-commerce to something that will actually make sense in terms of unit economics as well as revenue and profitability at the end.
Yeah, so there are a few concepts here that I want to explain briefly. The first one is the difference between a homepage and a landing page. So a homepage, what is actually a homepage all about? The people already heard about your brand somewhere, and they go on Google or they type the URL directly on Google, on the search bar, and they find your website, and the first thing they find is your homepage. The goal of the homepage is to redirect that person to what interests him or her the most very quickly. So you can have a few calls to action. The goal is just to, okay, what are you interested in, sorry, and then go there. The goal, difference between that and the landing page is that normally the people coming from a landing page actually come from an acquisition campaign. It can be SEO, it can be AdWords, it can be ads on Instagram or Facebook. But basically, you have one clear target audience that you want to attract on a specific landing page, because the proposition that you explain on that landing page is the most interesting for that target audience. I mean, for us, the email strategy, as soon as you have the mail, it's really a long-term strategy. And if you get the mail, then your acquisition is done, and then the next step is activation. So what is your wow moment, at which point people understand that you are the right partner for the problem that they have. And the testing is, okay, how many customer touch points does this segment need? If it's a young audience, it might be 1 or 2 emails are enough. If it's an older audience, it might be 3, 4, 5 emails. And there is no fixed framework for that. I think it's just by testing quickly that you'll find the best flow for each segment.